at the club, VIP, gas tank on, even all drinks on me. Wipe it out. Fresh kick, fresh white all deep, fresh NFL head, fresh bowls with the crew. Wipe it out. I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on, even all drinks on me. Wipe it out. Fresh kick, fresh white all deep, fresh NFL head, fresh bowls with the crew. Wipe it out. I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on, even all drinks on me. Wipe it out. Fresh kick, fresh white all deep, fresh NFL head, fresh bowls with the crew. Wipe it out.
Devil is amongst us. Stay back, boy. This calls for divine intervention. I kick ass for the Lord.
Yeah, you're waiting on Satan's door. My mic has been muted this whole time. Welcome. Thank you, Sparky. I'm glad you're here to tell me that. Oh my, my, my. It's been a day. It has been a day. All right, hang on. Let me show you something, guys. This is what you came here for, okay? So, Bad Karma News. Your question, is this about election integrity or Ozzy Osbourne? I'm confused. The answer to your question is yes. I do election integrity and I play heavy metal sometimes. So today I was playing Ozzy Osbourne's song, Mr. Crowley. I've been into that lately. Okay. So I'm going to show you what you came here to see and what you know we're here to talk about. Okay. We'll go ahead and get it up here. So here's the truth, all right? Here's the truth right here. I'm just going to... Hang on. This is it. This is what you came here to see. Sparky? Yeah, okay, only for a minute. All right. Well, yeah, guys, I don't know where... I know, Sparky, you're used to it. People that have been subbed, and following me for a while, you understand, I do election integrity and heavy metal. And when I say I do heavy metal, it just means I just play heavy metal, I'm not over here reviewing albums for you guys, which I could do, There is, a guy that reviews heavy metal albums. I follow him on Instagram. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. This is what you came here for, guys. Red alert. This is I don't know how many people are even watching right now. Give me a 5x5 if you're here. Or if you're lurking, that's fine too. But every now and then you can pipe up and say, hey, I'm here. Do y'all remember when, I think it was 2 years ago, maybe. At this point, maybe 2 years ago. Maybe it was last year, though. I'm bad with time. So, do y'all remember when I told you guys that there was this petition to get Heider fired, right? And I disagreed with him being fired. I actually wanted Heider to stay right here in Tarrant County. And I had all these arguments with people about this, and oh man, I was called all kinds of names. I was told all kinds of stuff. Sparky, I don't know if you remember that. I'm not sure if you were there. Diddy remembers because I was complaining about it. Other people remember. Anyways, I feel like Jeff Goldblum too in Jurassic Park when he's like, I hate being right all the time, This is exactly why I wanted Heider to stay where he was. Not only because I could call him at any point and ask him questions, right? And I don't think I called him too much. I wasn't trying to bother him or anything. I was trying to understand stuff. So I would call him and ask him questions. And not very many people have the information that Heider has on computerized election systems, okay? So, where'd it go? This is a big deal, guys. So Heider went from, okay, let's backtrack to Venezuela. All right, he went from building the Smartmatic computerized voting system in Venezuela, okay, implemented there. He sold it to the Philippines, implemented there. They were not quite satisfied with it in the beginning, as we all remember, that clip from the Philippines. Okay, I mean, I could play it now. Should I do that? Let me see if I can find it. I'm sure you all remember it, where he gets cussed out. So let's see. I think it's here. But anyways, so this is not what here. I think this is no. That's not it. Anyways, y'all remember that? Oh, maybe I could look on YouTube. I don't know why I figured YouTube wouldn't have it. Okay. Y'all remember when he was cussed out by one of the Filipino legislators? All right, I got it right here.
But I understand, Mr. Chairman,
Listen.
that, for example, in the case of some travel agencies where machines need to communicate with each other, a machine that does not have the same time, using, for example, a reservation system named Esquiva, if the time and date would not coincide, then that message would be rejected as a precaution. So we're just wondering why, in the case of Smartmatic, you did not have this kind of a precaution to make sure that the times are synchronized with each other. Because it would be anomalous, very obvious, Mr. Chairman, that when there are two entities communicating, whether these are human beings or machines, they should be communicating at the same time and date.
Sir, if I may, the reason why that doesn't
This
happen
is Heider
because
speaking right
for
now.
the Picos, remember, it operates standalone. From the moment it leaves the warehouse in Cabuyao, it never joins any network or talks to any other computer until the election is completed and the results are transmitted. So you can look at it as the Picos being blind and actually believing in the one only clock it has, which is its internal clock. Other than that, it has no other reference to compare to. In the example you've just given us, the computer of the travel agency is actually synchronizing with time servers over the internet. And even if you switch the time, if you have the proper settings, it will go back to the right time once it sees the reference of the time server. But the Picos is standalone, so it has no one to compare to. It basically has no one to tell them your time is wrong.
So what you're saying, what you're telling us is that the server is the one that dictates whether it will accept the message or not, irrespective of the time being used by the sender.
The server is not looking at the time, but rather the digital signatures and the contents of the package being generated by the Picos. So if the
But if that's the case, Mr. Chairman, what's the use of having a time
Right.
as far as the PICO sender is concerned? What's the purpose of the time if that is immaterial?
the time gives you the sequence of the actions, and when
Yeah,
you
this
actually
video is
look-
quiet.
This
This is a very quiet video. This is the loudest I can get it.
Gonzalez says if this sequence can be delayed to 10 in the evening, what the heck? My God.
Sir, if I may-
Your assurance was that anything that happens between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. would be reflected as 7.
So basically, they're trying to figure out. They're asking him, like, you're saying that the machines are not connected to the internet, which is why the machines don't know what time it is unless you tell them what time it is. But what that means is that you can tell the machines what time it is. You can change the time on the machines. You can change the date on the machines. The machine has no way of knowing that. So if somebody just like, there was basically no way to tell if a certain amount of ballots were scanned or cast in the lawful time frame. And so Heider was explaining that the reason why the machines don't know what time it is because they're not connected to the internet. They don't know. You have to tell them. But that does not dispel, like, that doesn't dispel the concerns. You know, like it's like, so wait a second. So you can just change the time. And it's like, yeah. And I'll finish this video, and from here on out you can hear it a little better because this guy's speaking more loudly. But this is a quiet video. This is about the loudest that I can get it, honestly. Unless, I mean, maybe if I play it, but you could find this. Just search Heider Garcia Philippines. Now, I still think that Heider is technically, like, on paper, he's qualified to advise on computerized voting systems. I just fundamentally disagree with his style. It's a fundamental disagreement. It's not that I'm this big computer nerd or anything like that. It's much more practical. It's a much more practical disagreement that Heider and I have. So his input, I think, needs to definitely be held up in contrast with the Constitution, like, just to see if this does this style of voting, does this ensure security? We're not convinced that it does, but they're already being used. So I'm gonna finish playing this though, so you can see.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I didn't know that 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. could be moved to 10 in the evening. You realize what a fool you have made
Sir,
of the legislators who passed this law?
I understand, sir. With all due respect, it's an unforeseen situation. It's one of
Unforeseen?
Yes, sir.
That was the principal guarantee that this would be an honest election. That we would know digitally what would happen during election day and during the election hours.
And you do, sir, if I may.
No, I forget that. The sons of bitches! You had us standing here guaranteeing to the public and the world that even if fraud is committed, we would be able to trace it. We never said that fraud could not be committed. But you said we could trace it. And now you tell me that at 10 in the evening you could do it and we would never know.
No, sir. I stand by our product, and we can
Son
trace
of a
everything
bitch!
that we do.
I move that the unparliamentary remark like SOBs be taken out from the record.
Yes, they should be taken off. My God!
So, yeah. Okay, so they were dissatisfied. I would describe that as a dissatisfied customer. And I can, I'm not a computer engineer, but I can see the dilemma of, not having the computers understand what time it is, so there basically being no way to determine if anyone did change the time and then scan a bunch more ballots in, you know what I mean? Because you can just change the time. Additionally, it's not as if we're allowed access to the audit logs to see, what even happened. You know what I mean? So, well, bad karma news. I'm not sure why you didn't hear it. I could hear it. We could all hear the heavy metal. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure why you couldn't hear it. So, bad karma news. Apparently, bad karma news is a troll, and they're leaving a bunch of, kind of contrarian comments over on my YouTube page. Not really sure what the point is. Bad karma news, I think you have a lot of catching up to do. Yeah. I think what you should do is go and watch a lot of my past videos, or maybe go to my website, takingbacktexas.org, and read some of my reports and get caught up. Because the type of confrontational comments and stuff that you've been making are a little basic. You're making an ass of yourself, is what I'm saying. Okay? So, Bad Karma News says, so what's your point? Get to the point. Only person in here is me. Okay, alright, Bad Karma. Why don't you just calm down and go and get caught up on my work so you'll understand the references. So, long story short, we've got Heider Garcia right over here taking a position with the EAC. This is exactly why I was against him being fired. I didn't think that was the right thing to do. Let me show you. Hang on. Here we go. This is his, his statement. And I was sent this. I was sent this today. I'm not on Facebook right now. Monday is Heider's first day as senior subject matter expert with the Election Assistance Commission. He says, I'm thrilled to join such a great team and excited about the opportunity to continue contributing to fair and secure elections, this time at a national level. Well, this is what I mean. This is the kind of thing that we're working on anyways, so whether or not he joined, we're drafting legislation to bind these executive agencies to the will of the legislature. But this is definitely going to throw a few hurdles in front of us, because when Heider testifies, in a Senate committee or a House committee, Yeah, his testimony is going to be pretty weighty, right? And the only people to counter him are going to be citizens, like the people that are all sub to my Telegram channel, everybody on the email list, and all the other local groups who are working. It's just going to be kind of us against him, and he does, on paper, he has a lot of experience administering elections by his own design. That's what I like to add on there. I like to make sure to clarify, when he came to Tarrant County, he changed a lot. He made a lot of changes. He, as the election administrator, he's the chair of the election board. So, he has a lot of leeway. And Heider himself is particularly charismatic. So he's very convincing. This is why, we had so much resistance when we tried to initially get all of this looked at and say, hey, there's some weird things going on, especially with these mail-in ballots. It's very difficult to get people who are sort of enchanted by somebody to question them or to even investigate them, not seriously anyways. They'll say, oh, hey, Heider, all these people are saying this stuff. And Heider will say, yeah, I know. They're kind of crazy. Here, look at this, see, everything's fine. But the investigators don't know what to investigate, honestly, because of the non-delegation issue, and which is the first pillar of the administrative state, right? So our government has drifted away from a representative republic and sort of morphed into an administrative state. And that's the deep state. That's the real deep state. So when we're talking about that, let me see if I can pull this up. If y'all aren't subbed to my Substack, I recommend it. This post I made, let me share this one. This post I made free for anybody who wants to read it. I believe this one's free. So I made this sort of like a movie poster, kind of a scary movie poster. So the deep state is real. Our republic has been stolen, and it has. We're already in an administrative state. It's not that we're moving towards that. We're already there. And so, but we have remedy. We can address this, and we can fix it. It's just going to take time. Heider has now been absorbed into that administrative state. The EAC is an administrative agency. It's an executive branch agency, the Election Assistance Commission. It was created by HAVA, the Help America Vote Act, in order to sort of promulgate rules with the force of an effective law related to the administration of elections. When the legislature defers their authority to the executive branch of government, the legislative branch defers their power to the executive branch. That's a separation of powers issue. And when it's related to the elections, that's actually a constitutional violation because Article 1, Section 4 very clearly lays out that it's the legislature who's supposed to outline the time, place, and manner of election. Actually, the legislature of each state. And Congress can make certain laws that kind of regulate certain aspects of the election that all the states have to meet, So HAVA did that. HAVA sort of set new standards, but and they couldn't mandate that all states use computerized voting systems, so they had to sort of like financially incentivize the states to adopt computerized voting systems, and that's what they did. So they say, we'll give you a lot of money if you want to update your voting systems from those punch card things, and they did that whole hanging chads incident with the Bush-Gore election. Y'all remember that. So it starts with non-delegation, then it goes to executive control, then procedural rights, judicial deference, and agency dynamics. Those are the 5 pillars of the administrative state, the administrative deep state. Okay, so y'all can come and read this. This goes over an example related to elections of each of these pillars of the administrative state so that you can see how we're already in it. And then in this one of these last paragraphs here, we outline the simple process of just calling your representatives or going to their meet and greets and confronting them and saying, look, what are you going to do about this? Are you going to go up there and campaign on, securing elections, and then when you get into office, vote yes for bills that defer your power to another branch of government? Basically, like, dereliction of duty is what I call it, because they do take an oath to uphold the Constitution, when they get into office. So if they fail to do that, and they violate the separation of powers, violate Article 1, Section 4 of the National Constitution, that's why they can't explain how our elections work. Our legislators, who are supposed to have passed the election laws, don't know. Oops, sorry about that. They don't know how our elections work, because they wrote laws, and I could give you an example. They write laws that defer their power to, like, the SOS usually, and at the state level they'll defer it to the SOS. At the federal level they defer it to the EAC. Heider just joined the EAC as, once again, let me show you, senior subject matter expert. And I'm not saying he should be fired. I actually think that this may actually get the debate that Heider and I have been having at the county level. This may actually get that debate in front of House representatives and Senate representatives. That would be great. We need to have the debate. Heider and I have a fundamental constitutional disagreement. That's my parting gift to him when he left was a copy of the Federalist Papers. On top of that, I think it was really good, and I thought it was a classy parting gift, honestly. But hey, y'all gotta go and check out. Look, everyone on Pilled, y'all go check out this Bad Karma News page, like, attacking me on my YouTube channel. It's hilarious. She says, let's see, oh, you have no supporters, Cody Hyroller. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so it's just a little troll. I know exactly who it is, too. Really lame, you guys. Antifa is alive, and they are in our movement pretending to be patriots. But they're not. Like, there's a lot of people. There are infiltrators in this movement, guys. You know that, right? We're all, like, independent thinkers, but, like, to a fault. But, and that, that makes it kind of difficult to get on the same page. But then there's, actual infiltrators that come in and just cause trouble for everybody, Bad Karma News says, who's pretending to be a patriot? Well, probably you are. I'm not sure how you found my page. I only stream, at midnight when nobody watches, right? So I know that I go live randomly, like, without any announcement or anything like that, and sort of in the middle of the night, but y'all can feel free to rewatch this. I'm gonna go live again probably tomorrow morning whenever I wake up, because I got a couple other things that I wanted to go over. But I'm going to cover all of this again in the morning. It's just, when I was working tonight, that's whenever I realized, that's what happened. That's when someone sent that screenshot over to me. And I realized that's the real reason that Heider stepped down. Is because he was courting the federal government already. You know what I mean? I wonder what County Judge O'Hare has to say about this, But, because once Heider's in this position as a senior expert, a subject matter expert, he's definitely going to be somebody that would speak, as an expert in a committee, House or Senate committee. So if he does, I'd like to go up there too. I don't think that he should be able to just, spout off, what he has to say without the citizens having to say something. The citizens who worked with him and who actually have gone through elections that he's administered. So Bad Karma News, you really, trolls like you really got to get a life, girl. You really got to get a life. I'll probably end on another note. I have another song pulled up that I want to play, and in the morning we'll come back. We'll talk more about this, and I probably, you know what I should do? Oh no, I'll cover that in the morning. So, all right, well, or give me a 5x5 if y'all can still hear me. If y'all have any questions, let me know over at Pilled. Or if you're really feeling fun, you can go and check out the harassment I'm getting on my YouTube comments. This is streaming to Pilled and to YouTube, and I think, let me see. I don't remember where else I'm streaming to right now. So, y'all let me know how y'all like this. Rewatch this if you're just getting here, okay? Because I had a long day. And it got even worse whenever I found out that Heider's now working for the EAC. I mean, so we have a new election administrator, and I haven't met him yet, but on paper he looks good too. He doesn't have a history of messing up elections in any other country though, so should be, in my opinion, it's a heads up, you know. But I really do think maybe this is just like what needs to happen, you know. He needs to be in that position so that we can have this debate in the proper forum where we'll be taking the legislation that we're writing anyways. So. Bad Karma News over on YouTube. Are you going to be okay, girl? I know Hey, Bad Karma News, I know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have a question, I'm happy to answer it. Bad Karma News says, why would someone debate you when literally no one watches you? We don't debate on YouTube. Oh, oh no, girl. I live in the real world. Like, I take care of business in the real world. I just got off work and I decided to go live for anybody who's up. I stay up late sometimes. So, Bad Karma News, you are a fake patriot and you are an infiltrator. Let me see if I can show this. Let me see if I can show this. I bet I can. Here, I know exactly how I can do this. So let's show. This is the kind of stuff that I get, and I know exactly who this is. And they would like for me to say who it is too. Hang on one sec. Let me let me do this. Boop. Alright. So, a boneless chicken. I know, right? It's fitting, a boneless chicken says, it's fitting that Garcia is employed by an obviously and utterly fraudulent and illegitimate government. Yeah. My question is, like, who's doing the background checks? But I'm not saying that if you do, you do a background check on Heider, again, on paper, he's got a lot of experience, but rather controversial. I would say, I would think. Rather controversial. You know what I mean? Though I can't deny that he's got this for the same reason probably that they've put him as a senior expert subject matter is one of the reasons I wanted him to stay here so that I could ask him questions and get info about what he knows about the computerized voting systems. And I believe you remember that, a boneless chicken, because I think you were here whenever I was so frustrated about that there was this like huge effort, and that people were upset with me because I didn't want him fired. I didn't want him to go somewhere else where he could do this. Now look, now he goes from administering elections in Tarrant County, by his own design. Now he's going to be designing them for elections nationwide. Now he's going to be working on federal standards for elections. All right, not ideal, right? But yeah, here's why we need to have this out in the forum of the U.S. Congress, right? It started there. first of all, with the non-delegation issue. That's where laws were written that deferred their authority to another branch of government. That you can't do that. That's a separation of powers issue. That shouldn't be happening, but it is. So, an example is the Help America Vote Act created the EAC, the Election Assistance Commission, which is an agency, right, a federal agency that is to basically work on the details. The details of how these elections should be administered, the chain of custody, the testing, the hash validation, all certification, and the VVSG. It used to be called the VSG, but they changed it to VVSG. And it's a volunteer voting system guidelines. Basically, you can adhere to these, or you can, or you don't have to. I think that the VVSG, I don't think that they should be optional when you're dealing with computerized voting systems. But I also don't think we should be using computerized voting systems. But that's going to take a while to get rid of. You know what I mean? So we have to start in the legislature, because when they write vague laws that defer their authority to an agency, they say this agency can figure out how to do it, right? And then that agency figures out how to do it, and then the people who elected the representatives don't like what that agency is doing, and we start saying, hey, this is a problem, and they say, we have the authority to do that, and we say, no, the law says this, but what you're doing is different. They say, we have the authority to do whatever we want. Here's what the law says. It gives us the authority. Well, then we say, okay, well, that's a violation of this, and this, so I'm going to take you to court. The judges are going to make a ruling they should make a ruling based off of what the language of the law says. Sometimes the language of the law is vague, so we need to clarify it. Sometimes they don't make a decision off of what the language of the law says. When we most find that happening where the language of the law is clear. That's usually when they defer to another agency. But when the language is vague, they're like, oh, I can't rule in favor of, the petitioner because this law is vague, and you haven't given me a strong enough case to say that this law has been violated because this law is vague. That's a crazy ruling, stuff like that we've gotten. Then but it's really strange that when the law is clear, we see a phenomenon called judicial deference, which is another pillar of the administrative state. And that's when the judges are deferring their rulings to these agencies instead of the language of the law when it's clear. So judicial deference is when they're deferring to these agencies, expert opinions, as opposed to what the language of the law says or what the Constitution says. Even sometimes, like with the North Carolina case, that was a blow to us. We got a bad ruling out of SCOTUS on that one. It's pretty upsetting. So, because in that case, a judge ruled that the legislature wasn't able to redistrict the way that they redistricted. And I got to look more at that case and see, maybe there was something in it. Maybe the Supreme Court technically did a constitutional ruling, like in Texas when the AG was bound from investigating election fraud at the county level by the Court of Criminal Appeals. I talked to one of the guys at one of our straw polls, one of the guys on the Court of Criminal Appeals running for re-election. He swore up and down that he made a constitutional ruling because, per the Texas Constitution, that Ken Paxton initiating an investigation in a county where he wasn't invited by the DA, that is a separation of powers issue. But it's really ironic, once again, that these judges will rule that Ken Paxton investigating, they'll bind the Attorney General because of a separation of powers issue, right? But then when we go to point out the separation of powers issue to them, with the legislature deferring to the executive branch, they don't seem to understand how that's a separation of powers issue. It's an even bigger one, but so yeah, I agree with you, boneless chicken. The only part machines should play in voting is storing records or no-frills scanning. Yeah, I'm okay with record storage, after a certain amount of time, like after the 22-month federally mandated preservation period. I'm okay with them then being scanned and kept for longer. Like, for example, Tarrant County, it's a county, I guess it's an ordinance that they have to preserve the records for 36 months, but 22 months is required federally. After that, it has to be in the same, we have to be able to audit the physical records within the time frame that we're allowed a contest, right? Because there's limitations, right? There's timely limitations to that. Yeah. Hey, it's interesting that you say that. Insane that a boneless chicken says, insane that hey, what's up, woke one? Insane that a vote tabulation system allows for any kind of adjustments. Yeah. Yeah, and especially the kind of adjustments that are meant to be like the chain of custody things, like the time and the date, that it's really easy to change. Oh, I meant to show you that. I forgot. I got ew, Bad Karma News. Hey, y'all go check out my YouTube channel. I'm getting harassed on there. This girl, Bad Karma News, trying to say, you stay in Fort Worth, huh? Let me hold one. I bet you make good money doing this. You know about blowing, huh? So, yeah. Ew, you guys are really creepy. Bad Karma News, you're a loser. I invited you to get yourself caught up on my website. Go read my reports, but instead you want to. Bad Karma News, custody like when you lost custody of your kids. I didn't lose custody of my kids. So, cheers to that. Today Pence said that there weren't any issues with 2020. Millions more votes than voters didn't strike him as suspicious. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what Pence is doing. Every time, like, I honestly, every time I hear Pence's name, I feel like I had genuinely forgotten about him, and then I am hearing his name again, and I'm like, my Papa Hotep. Hello, everybody. Pence was always deep state. There's rabbit hole about him. I knew Trump was doomed when he selected him as a running mate. You're right. We should have all seen that. But you know what else we should have seen? We should have seen Zelensky coming too. Yeah. We got a little. I think some of us got a little bit duped. Maybe not all of you. Maybe some of you did see Zelensky coming, but the fact is, we've known Ukraine as a globalist, money laundering hub, and has been for a long time. So, Papa Hotep, woke one. How long have y'all been in? Y'all. I hope y'all saw what we were talking about earlier. Heider Garcia, former Tarrant County Elections Administrator. Heider Smartmatic Garcia just got hired with the EAC, the Election Assistance Commission, one of the deep state agencies that promulgates rules for the administration of our elections with the effect of law thanks to the Help America Vote Act. Heider works for them now. He's a senior subject matter expert. Did I show you guys? Let me show you. I hope y'all saw this. Heider says, Monday's my first day as a senior subject matter expert with the Election Assistance Commission. I'm thrilled to join such a great team and excited about the opportunity to continue contributing to fair and secure elections, this time at a national level. Heider, you said you'd call me. Okay. If anyone takes a look at the New York precincts, they'll see it was algorithms resulting in mathematical impossibilities. A boneless chicken, that team out of New York is impressive, very impressive. That audit team out of New York, I thought they had the best presentation at the last summit that Mike Lindell had. Honestly, they were ahead of a lot of people. And it was real cool to see them doing all of that. They had their ducks lined up, too. Their presentation was snappy. I guess that's how New Yorkers are, maybe. I'm not sure if they're from New York City. I don't know what. But, I mean, it was well done. It was really well done. I'll never understand that and quite a few other selections Trump made. Yeah, just watched Europa, which makes a good... What's Europa? Trump being NWO and a part of a ruse. Not saying it's true, but extremely disconcerting. Oh, yeah. I've been hearing that for a couple years now. I actually heard that from someone that I heard that from someone I wouldn't have expected to hear it from, honestly. But it's not a big deal. I'm not sure if they still feel that way. Papa Hotep says, "Oh my God, it's over. Trump's gonna get cheated again." Well, I mean, I'm not saying that he won't. We're not ruling anything out at this point. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't. I understand. I understand why people are, I really do. I understand why people are upset with him, too, about, the vaccines and stuff. Like, I mean, I get that. I understand. I don't like it either. I initially just thought he just wanted to make sure that Biden didn't get credit for it if it worked. If the vaccines worked. You know what I mean? But I really do think that he's surrounded by a lot of bad people. A lot of us are surrounded by a lot of bad people. I'm looking at you, Bad Karma News. You're bad people. You are lame. But Trump, not deep state, just honorable and thinks he can fix corruption with business transactions. And I think he could. I mean, business transactions and good old-fashioned strong-arm, man-to-man discussions. I think he could. Yeah, and this is a point that I make too. What you got to remember, like JFK as an example. You don't get to that status without. Once you get to a certain, point in the hierarchy, you're surrounded by deep state anyway. So I mean, whether he's deep state or not, that's subjective, but arguably, yeah, he is deep state at this point. But I don't think he really is, because what I define the deep state as is the administrative state, which I've covered in my latest report. Are all y'all on my email list? I know you're not, Bad Karma News. I know you probably don't read, but if y'all are on my email list or sub to my, I know some of y'all are on my Telegram and on my Substack, then y'all have seen my most recent report that called "The Deep State is Real." Okay. I cover that's my outline of the deep state. It's also on takingbacktexas.org in the tab "The Deep State," but I'm updating that tab. It's kind of ugly right now, so I'm about to update it. But I whittled it down to one page. And I released that report, I think, like 2 days ago. So, 12-hour documentary taking apart narratives of how World War I and World War II started, who the real villains were. Last episode delves into Trump's Zionist connections and theories. His election was part of an NWO script. What's the documentary called again? Jared Kushner's NWO. Yeah, JFK was really good. I wanted to break the back of corrupt. Yeah, so, and JFK was, I wouldn't call him deep state. I would call him more like establishment. JFK was establishment. His family, that was a political family back then, It was a political dynasty that they had. And he played the game to a certain amount. Okay, thank you. Oh, is that the link? Well, y'all, if y'all want to watch what A Boneless Chicken is talking about, he's got the link right there. Y'all can watch it later. But I think again, even at that, I think you get real close to Zionists at that level. When you're at the level of JFK and that JFK and Trump have reached, I think you're surrounded by all kinds of supremacists from all over the globe, including Zionists, CCP, whoever. The Irish. I'm just kidding. No, we're not. No, Zionists. So we all make the distinction between Zionists and Jewish people. I have a lot of Jewish friends. I don't think any of us have a problem with the Jewish people. We all have a problem with supremacy, like racial supremacy or or whatever, religious supremacy. So, and that's true of every race. Like you said, Papa Hotep, supremacists are in every race, right? So, when they're white, they call it skinheads, but no, nobody has any problem with the Jewish people. Several of my really good friends are Jewish. They're great people. One of the greatest guitarists. I don't have an image of him. This is Danny, who just passed away. He wasn't Jewish. He was Mexican. But one of our other good friends, one of me and Danny's really good friends, passed away a while ago. One of the best guitarists in DFW. Stephen Friedman. You can look him up on YouTube and watch him play piano. Not piano. Flamenco guitar. So, three guys I flew with who were solid MAGA have soured on Trump, and I can't defeat their arguments. They bring sauce. But what sauce though? I mean, I can be reasoned with, but I don't think, I don't think there's a better negotiator for America. You need a hard negotiator. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you why. Tell you why we really need a hard negotiator, because it's gonna get tricky. All right. Bad Karma News says she watches other auditors in my area. Way better coverage. Did you see? Bad Karma News says, did you see where Cody High Roller went after Tim O'Hare? What are your thoughts on that? No, I didn't see that. I'm doing my own. I do my own work, and I do real work. Like if he wants to go after Tim O'Hare, that's great. Why don't you go watch Cody High Roller's live stream right now? You really don't like me, but you're all over my ass, Sorry, chicken. I thought you was like Nick Fuentes. Bring the sauce. Bring the sauce. I want to know. I want to know what sauce about with Trump. I'm open to it. You know what I mean? I wasn't like a big Trump fan until like he won in 2016. I thought that was great. I think we all definitely thought Hillary was gonna win. I was stoked that she didn't win. I thought that was a funny thing. I think I didn't stop smiling for 2 weeks because she didn't win, not because I was like high on Trump. I didn't know anything about him. Honestly, I thought he was a foil for Hillary. I thought he was a losing foil. Me and all my political metalhead friends thought that's what that was. So, yeah. No, everyone's good here. No one's Jew bashing or gay bashing or anything like that. We got better things to talk about, like the deep state. And so again, y'all come look at this Substack article if you're on Substack. Oops, hang on. Come look at this Substack article that I wrote. I did make this little movie poster. I thought it was spooky. I thought it was cool. The deep state is real. It's scary stuff, honestly. Like, it really is. It is spooky stuff. Y'all can sub to my Substack. There's a free option, and some articles I do for free. Some of them I will release just to the paid subscribers, and until something there, I might have certain criteria, and then I'll release it publicly. Okay, a boneless chicken. All right, okay? So I said bring the sauce, and I said a boneless chicken. What's the sauce? He says, okay, the jab, J6, horrible appointments, and deep connections to Israel who are not allies of patriots. I mean, yeah, that's true. People think it don't be like that, but it do. Why request millions of supporters come to D.C., go to Capitol, and not warn of impending trap? Well, I mean, I'm not sure that the FBI would have known. I'm not sure that he would have known of the FBI's plan. I'm not sure that the FBI would have told him. He did seem to ask for backup, but I also think, it's a strange phenomenon, because now it's discouraged public displays. Remember when Matt Brainerd got all pissy because no one showed up to his anniversary, January 6th anniversary events that he wanted to do all over the globe? I thought that he was like, man, he was like foaming at the mouth on his podcast, like, y'all didn't show up, you know, anyone who told you not to show up, you know, is a traitor. And it's like, dude, no, it's just that it's hard to determine who's deep state and who's not. Like, what's a setup and what's not. Like, is this going to be peaceful? Is something going to get taken out of hand? You know? You still have a YouTube channel? They deleted my channel. I'm on my 3rd YouTube channel. And I have one, you know, it's weird. I have one strike that I got the day before YouTube announced that it was going to allow us to talk about election integrity. Yeah. And I had the strike, and then they announced that, and then I kept like going back and checking to see if my strike was lifted for like 12 hours, like every 30 minutes, because they wouldn't let me post. I had a strike, and they wouldn't let me post. So yeah, I'm on my 3rd one. Boneless chicken. I can't explain any of it. Extremely questionable behavior on J6. National Guard declined. Should have warned people. Yeah. I mean, I have a, you know, I was gonna say maybe not great idea to play Monday morning quarterback, but I play Monday morning quarterback all the time, like with the elections and with everything. So I can't really. Yeah, I mean, looking back on it, yeah, there's some strange things, but I think that it's been out of hand for a long time now. You know, I don't think that I wouldn't hold Trump, you know, responsible. I really think he just got there, and I liked what he was doing, and I'd like for that to happen again. Yeah, and I understand that. The reasons friends have jumped off the Trump train. Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I think that it's just like you know, out of sight and out of mind. Like in some cases, you know, distance doesn't make the heart grow fonder. This is one of them. With politics, that's something. With politics, that's something. When we had daily mean tweets from him, he was so relevant. No, you know, he couldn't get away from people talking good or bad about Trump. He was really, really well covered, and we liked a lot of what he did. Let's see. He wanted National Guard, but they denied him, and then they said it was tyranny. Yeah. He asked for him. He asked for it, you know. So it's all very strange. Is Ray Epps actually being charged now? Because I was told that I heard that he is being charged, but you know, all this is crazy. Ron DeSantis. Oh, but that's the thing, guys. Ron DeSantis, like, on paper, would be a decent candidate, but in reality, I'm not sure that he is what he you know, claims to be. So, long story short, guys. I mean, if you just got here, give me a 5x5 if you can hear me, because we're talking about how Heider Garcia, you know, Heider Smartmatic Garcia, former Tarrant County election administrator, just got hired by the EAC. And this is his statement that he's starting on Monday. Yeah. Yeah, no, and a boneless chicken, I don't think you need to defend any of Trump's actions, you know what I mean? I don't think you need to defend him. Trump's human. If he fucks up, we'll call him out. We'll say, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, this is exactly why I did not want him fired from Tarrant County. So, now he's working up at the federal level, working on our election policies at the federal level. And I was a little pissed earlier today, honestly. I really was. I was mad. I was saying, you know, okay, so maybe everybody who were, you know, I was called all kinds of stuff, all kinds of names, and, you know, spoken really poorly about for not supporting the initiative to have Heider fired. But all of those people You know, maybe if they had just checked themselves and taken it down a notch, right, they wouldn't have facilitated Heider affecting elections at the federal level. And I wonder if they're I wonder how they feel right now. I wonder what they're thinking right now. I really do. And you know, not one of them called me. Not one of them called me. And they were pissed at me. They know. I know. They know. We all remember. All right. Sorry. This is exactly what I was talking about. Talked 6 Proud Boys out of going to D.C. 5 days prior. I knew something was off. Confirmed when Pelosi declined National Guard presence. Yeah, for sure. I didn't go, but I know a lot of people who did go up there. Well, I know more people than I realized who went up there, you know. But I'm not gonna go up there. I'm not going to D.C. unless Heider's going to D.C. to speak to a House or Senate committee. Then I might go to D.C. So, but yeah, no, a lot of people went. A lot of people just went innocently, and you know, I know some people just went for like a couple hours and left, and were at their hotel for most of the time. You know, they're like, I wasn't part of some plan. They're like, I just went. Fuck. Sorry about that, y'all. So, anywho, are y'all checking out my YouTube channel? I don't know if y'all are subbed to my YouTube channel, but I got some trolls, got some haters, got some losers. They know they can't win unless they cheat. Trump has the entire country on his side. If we all vote for him, can they really cheat? Well, you know, that was supposed to be, well, you know, that was sort of the strategy in the midterms. And Papa Hotep, I don't know what state you're in, and you don't have to tell me. I'm not asking you to tell me, but here in Texas, we had some success. At the local level here in Tarrant County, we did have success, and we were very eyes on. So we got our county judge, we got our DA, okay, and we got a commissioner. Got one of our commissioners. On my YouTube channel. Oh, you want me to drop the link to my YouTube channel? Okay, here I go. Sorry, guys. I don't know who's subbed to what. I don't even know what's going on. All right. I'm going to share the link to this live stream so y'all can see what these dorks do when they come and they harass me. Y'all can just go and check that out, but keep watching on Pilled. I prefer Pilled. I didn't even remember that I was streaming to YouTube until I saw that I was getting comments, and I was like, oh. New Jersey? How were y'all's midterms? Did y'all take any seats, or did you get any local government success? You know, with bringing conservatives in, because we had some local government success. Wasn't as great as we wanted, but in my area where I live, you know, I mean, the whole county is red, but my little area right here is a little bit purple to blue, maybe. So it was so I didn't get the person that I wanted for my little area, but that's okay. So, anyways, yeah, y'all can go and see in the comments. This person, Bad Karma News. You see this? Likely, this person just joined YouTube like a day or so ago. Likely. Right? Hang on, let's see. 21 subscribers. Bad karma. You've been on YouTube since 2018. And you have 21 subscribers. Alright. I'm done with you. I am done. I am anyway. You fucking goofball. So, anywho. Yeah, guys, you know, now that Heider's out of Tarrant County, now he's back up in back in the game. I think he still lives here though. Like he said that his wife doesn't want to leave here. So oh god, yeah. So if y'all go and y'all check out the YouTube and y'all check out the live chat, these are this is definitely like the kind of stuff that I get like all the time. And it's from like the same group of people. It's from the same like couple of people. Like they're fucking losers, dude. Like they have no lives. Thank you so much, Papa Hotep. Oh, thank you so much. I like that y'all are here, y'all, and y'all are understanding what I'm saying. So, Cody, High Roller, you should start from the beginning and catch up. Okay, I'm not gonna recap, not for you because you're an asshole. So you Cody, High Roller, you can start over. If somebody from my other platforms asks me, then I might recap what we're talking about. They've actually been paying attention, though. That's the difference between you and us. So, Cody High Roller, how are you an asshole? Because you harass me, and you insult me, and you spread lies about me and my family and my child. So, I have it all screenshot, and if I need to, I'll do a live stream just for you, just to cover the harassment that you've been putting me in. All right. I don't want to work with you, Cody. You asked me to work with you. You asked me to invite you to some of the meetings that I'm at. No. Cody, do you know anything about my work? For someone who comments on my videos as often as you do and as angrily as you do, Cody, do you know what I do? Can you tell me anything about my work, Cody? Papa Hotep, right? Yeah, this is what these losers do, like, constantly. And he's like, how am I an asshole? When this is what they're always doing. They're spreading lies about me. It's crazy. I know a lot about it. You know a lot about what, Cody? What do you know about? You don't do any election integrity work. Not one thing do you do. You don't do any work. Cody High Roller, you harass me on a lot of on a lot of stuff. It's really gross. It's really lame. And you're communicating with somebody who's under a criminal investigation. Just so you know, you're communicating with somebody about me who's being investigated for criminality against me. So if you want to implicate yourself in that, you feel free to continue to try and harass me. And it's strange because all I do is report on my work. And you are very, very upset about that. Cody, I don't want to work with you, Cody. I don't want to work with you, Cody. You're an asshole, Cody. Okay? You've been an asshole to me, and I've never even met you. And you're an asshole to me. You're talking about my kids. You're talking about my life. You're spreading lies about my kids and my life. You're an asshole, Cody. Okay? And I don't want to work with you. So, Cody, you and your shitty little friend can leave. You can just get off my page, because I'm not talking about you until you come in here bothering me. So Cody High Roller, so Papa Hotep says, why do these low-level deep state hacks think they're safe? These people don't care about anything, but us destroyed, including but the U.S. destroyed, including them. Yeah, I know, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Guy says, I'm trying to imagine what kind of life these people lead where they come to a channel to harass them. Yeah, no, he doesn't have a life. Cody and the other one, they do not have lives. Go feel free to go check out Cody's channel. He claims that he's the one that's being persecuted, but this is how he treats people. This is how he treats people that he's never met. He doesn't understand any of my work. He has no idea what I do. He got mad because he wanted me to invite him to a meeting that's not like a public meeting. And because I told him that, he got real pissy, and he's been harassing me since then because I don't care to work with him, and I didn't invite him to a private meeting. And Dora says, I guess Cody needs a hobby. I have fuzz in between my toes and need a volunteer to clean it out. Indora, I bet cleaning out your toes is the most action that Cody will have had with a woman in 10 years. Yeah, let's not get him too excited, though. So Cody always goes on about how his channel has a lot of subs and views, right? Because that's his life. Like, to him, that's how he measures success in his life, is subs and views, right? I like to see legislation I write get passed into law. That gets me, that's my jollies right there, okay? Cody, I don't care, and I've told you I don't care, and I don't care about how many subs you have. I don't care how many views you get. I don't care I don't want to work with you because you're an asshole. So, Cody, I'm going to wait for you to let me know what you understand about my work. You know what? I'm going to ask you something. You remember that meeting where you commented, you said, where is this meeting? And then I said, hey, this is not a meeting I can invite people to, and you got really mad about that. What was that meeting, Cody? And why don't you know where to find it? Cody, what was the meeting that you wanted me to invite you to? Do you even know what that meeting was? Do you even know? Cody, I've destroyed Antifa with far higher IQs than yourself. But your views are so bad, so is the legislation, and it wouldn't make a difference to work with you. You don't have an audience. Then why are you here? Cody, what are you doing? You have a crush on me? Why are you here, Cody? I don't want to work with you, and it's not worth it for you to work with me. Why are you here? Do you know which meeting you wanted me to invite you to? Do you remember the meeting that I live streamed and you commented, where is this? Why didn't you know what that meeting was or where to find it? Yeah, so this guy's like, you know, some people that watch our, you know, my lives are deep state. I remember when I was doing, I don't know if y'all watched it. One time I did an interview with Tony Shoup from Audit the Vote PA and Matt Thayer from Spiro Productions and myself and Diddy and I think Johnny. And I was talking and I went on and I started talking about a conversation that Heider and I were having. And I get a text message from Heider and he was like, Aubrey, no, that's inaccurate. But he kind of like seems to have like taken me out of context. Like he sort of joined maybe late, didn't hear everything I said or maybe misunderstood something I said. But anyways, he was watching and he was texting me. He was like, that's not, you know, what I said or whatever. I was like, no, Heider, that's what you said. That's what we said. No, Cody, High Roller, I said you're not deep state. The deep state has absolutely no use for someone like you. Yeah, they can't even work with you. It was a secret meeting with some bad people there. A secret meeting, right? That's a secret meeting, right? With some bad people. Who was the secret? Who was it? You don't even know what you're talking about, Cody. You're a fucking loser. You can stay away from me, Cody. All right? You stay the fuck away from me. I'm not working with you. I don't care how many views or subs you have. I don't care. I'm not working with you. Why are you here, Cody? Because you have a crush on me? You don't even know what meeting it is that you got so mad at that I told you I couldn't invite you to. A secret meeting with some bad people there. What are you 5? Come look at this fucking idiot. It was a secret meeting with some bad people. Cody, I'm not here to talk to you, buddy. Alright? I've given you enough attention. If you wanted a discussion with me, you'd have shown me respect. But that ship has sailed. You're a loser. In fact, I don't even want to see the comments anymore. I'll check back to see if you have figured out what meeting that was, because I actually say what meeting it is in the live stream, and it's really fucking funny. And you could actually look it up, and you could have found it on your own. If you had any idea how to research anything at all. But you're a fucking sorry excuse for an American male. You're a sorry excuse for a patriot. And a pathetic example of a freedom fighter. Cody High Roller wonders if I think he would listen to what I have to say. Yeah, Cody, I think you'll listen to it. I think you'll listen for as long as I want to talk. You'll listen. Damn straight. And I'm done listening to you. I'll check back in a minute to see if you've discovered what that meeting was. Alright. Cody, you gotta understand. You don't know what you're dealing with. Like, you really don't. We're being taken over by a globalist cabal, and these dudes on here talking nonsense in the chat rooms. I know, right? I know. This is... it's really funny to me. That he, like, some of these people that really dislike us, they're just as bad as the leftists, like, and the globalists. They're just as bad. You know what? I changed my mind. The deep state does have a use for people like Cody. He is, real gullible, right? And jumpy, right? He's like a jumpy man. He's very nervous. Okay. That type of man is very easy to program, very easy to hack, right? Like, you can make him antsy, you can make him anxious, you can even, like, get him on a tangent. You can sort of, like, he's very obviously, like, obsessive. He's got, like, I think maybe he might be, you know, he might have a crush on me, is why he's spending so much time here when it's supposedly not worth it. I mean, if I'm so bad at this and I have no subs and no views and I'm absolutely nothing, then what's the reason that he's here? I mean, it can only be my pretty face. What else is left? Okay. People like that, Tony, or not Tony, Cody. This is the effect of, like, the fluoridated water, right? It would benefit them for people like Cody to just lose their minds, like he obviously is, right? They can work with that because they can actually program him. It's really easy because at that point, all they have to do is send him, like, an anonymous email or something and, like, really wig him out. You know what I mean? Like, he's real easy to wig out, very obviously, because all I did was say, I can't invite you to this meeting. This is not a place where I can invite people. And that's all it took to get this type of obsessive responses out of him. And for him to be talking about my kids, be talking about my family, like, he's a fucking creep. Like, a certified creep. And I, am real friendly with a lot of the law enforcement officers. I don't work, directly with the sheriff. I'd like to start working with the Election Integrity Task Force on a couple of items that we're looking at. But, the way that Cody treats people is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. As you can see. Right? As you can see. So let's see. Why would I care? That was 2 months ago. No, I don't care. I don't care. Then why are you here? You think I don't know about the invasion and the bad DA that's here, okay? I'm not spreading any lies about you, Cody. You are harassing me. I didn't say any of that stuff about you, Cody. Oh. Yeah, Cody, because you know why I told you to show up and start piping up on a live stream so that other people could see it, so that my subs on all my other platforms could come over and look at the way that you treat people. You're fucking finished, Cody. You'll never be taken seriously in Tarrant County, okay? I've got all of this, all of this footage, all right? And I know that you do this to a lot of people, Cody. I know you have a problem. And you think everyone's out to get you. I know you're a victim, right, Cody? You're a victim, right? Yeah, Cody. Oh, yeah. Girl, you tripping. There's nobody in here. Cody, you're in here. You know why you're in here, Cody? Because you're my victim. Now stay the fuck out of the kitchen if you can't take the heat, bitch. Heider Garcia now works for the federal government. And that's kind of a blow to my work. But it's in one sense it is, right? Because it's going to reinforce the deep state's position on the issues that we're trying to change. However, it's perfectly positioning us to have the debate in the form that we need to have the debate. Heider and I would like to do it. I mean, Heider and I should take the debates that we had in his office. We should take that to Congress because they're fundamental ones, and because you don't need to be a computer engineer. You shouldn't have to be a computer engineer in order to be able to explain how our ballots are cast, counted, tabulated, and stored. So. But you guys are awesome. And thank y'all for watching. And I know that a lot of the other content creators on these alt platforms, they come on regularly, and I don't. I'll come on randomly. I'll come on in the middle of the night. I work a lot, so that's kind of just how it is. But I appreciate all of you guys being here, except you, Cody, and bad news, karma, whatever. You guys need to go ahead and get a room already. All right. And Cody, if it's not worth your time to be here, then why are you here? Obviously, it's worth your time to be here, and I don't blame you. You're learning a lot today. You're learning a lot. I'll be back on in the morning to cover some of this again. I actually want to, hey, what's up, Truth Seeker? How are you? How long have you been here, Truth Seeker? Really? Sean Joe, too? You guys just came in? Oh, yeah, Did y'all see? I went in and said hi to everybody earlier. I tried to go and hit everybody's chat and say hi before I went live. Well, okay, so y'all just got in. All right, Truth Seeker. And Sean Joe, if you just got in, check it out. Look. Heider Garcia now works for the EAC. He's a Fed. Monday is my first day as a senior subject matter expert with the Election Assistance Commission. I'm thrilled to join such a great team and excited about the opportunity to continue contributing to fair and secure elections, this time at a national level. That's exactly why I did not want him fired when that petition was going around. I didn't, now, so he's gone from Venezuela to the Philippines to California to Tarrant County, and now he's at the federal level shaping policy at the federal level. So, not great, because he's going to reinforce the deep state, which is the administrative state, which I'm going to cover in the morning when I wake up and come on live. I'm going to read my latest report to you guys. It's a one-pager. I've worked really hard to consolidate it, to make it concise. I think I cut it down from like 23 pages to one page. I'm not kidding. It was hard. But I'm going to read that in the morning to you guys. And Cody, if you wake up before 2 p.m., feel free to tune in the morning and learn a little bit more. Right, Sean Joe. Yeah, you know exactly. I don't want to read that because I'm trying to not like get sued by him, honestly. But yes, what you said, Shanjo. Yeah. If y'all, so Shanjo, Truth Seeker, everybody else here, if y'all are not subbed to my Substack, or if you're not on my Telegram, or if you're not on my email list, you might have missed my one pager. About 2 or 3 days ago, I put out a one pager. It's my latest report called "The Deep State is Real," and it's a rundown of the administrative state, what I call the administrative deep state. Okay, so I'm gonna wake up and read that in the morning, and I'm gonna go back over, Heider getting a job with the federal government. I'm really perturbed, I guess, by that. But at the same time, the other side of it is that maybe this is proper because we do have to have this debate in front of Congress. We're not getting favorable rulings because of judicial deference. I got taken off course, but I'll read all of that in the morning. I'm going to go over the 5 pillars of the administrative deep state, which is the type of situation that we find ourselves in now. The administrative deep state exists in contrast to a representative republic. So I'm going to go over all of that in the morning. And I've got names. I'm not going to give the names tomorrow. Y'all already know a lot of them. You'll connect the dots. I just want to show you, okay? I just want to show you, and you'll see it. So thank you guys for coming in. I'm sorry it's I go on randomly and I don't have a schedule at all. So sorry about that. But thank y'all for tuning in. I do have a song that I'm going to end on, I guess. And in the morning, y'all, what time y'all wake up? All you night owls, are y'all like me? Do y'all stay up until like 2 a.m. and then wake up at like 6 or 7? If y'all are up at 7, okay, and you get all washed and cleaned up, how about I go live at like 9 Central, whatever your time zone y'all are in, 9 Central, okay. So I'll set it for about, yeah. Let's just do 10. I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of people. No, let's do 9. I kind of want to do 9. So I'm going to set it for 9 tomorrow. This is your kind of your only notice. I may forget to set it up when I get out of here, but I'm going to set my alarm on my phone anyways. So this may be your only notification that I'm going live again tomorrow morning to review my latest report and to cover Heider's jump to working with the federal government, the EAC. I don't even like saying that. I really don't even like saying that. Cody High Roller says, "Girl, you ain't gonna be up at 9 a.m." You're like the most ignorant. I think you might be one of the most ignorant people I've ever come across. I'm not mad, Cody High Roller. I'm not mad at you, and I'm not mad that you showed up. I'm glad you showed up so that everybody can see the way that you talk to me. Everybody, I dropped a link if y'all want to scroll up in the comments. That's my YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube, and I got a notification that I got some comments, and I'm being harassed by Cody High Roller, who has his own channel, and he's really proud of his channel, guys. He's super proud, right? And Cody High Roller's boyfriend, Bad Karma News, they've been harassing me on my YouTube chat all night. You know why they're harassing me? Because I have low subs. Yeah. That's the type of patriot they are. Ignorant, but got way more support in Tarrant County than you. Crazy how that works. I don't consider, subs on YouTube. That doesn't, translate to support in real life. Not really. Not if you actually have a life. So, yeah, Cody. Oh, I clowned her for having low subs? Yeah, because she's harassing me. So, it was pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I'm not mad because your channel does better than mine. I literally don't care. I'm not even mad that you're harassing me. Why are you here, Cody? I have a question, Cody. Why do you comment? Y'all feel free to go and check it out. Cody, why do you comment? I know you what you want, Cody, is a lot of attention. So let's give you some attention, because you don't get any attention. I understand that. This is the most interaction with a female you've had in like 10 years. So why are you here, Cody? Everybody understands. YouTube channel here. I'm going to post it, Sean Joe. I'm going to post it again so you can see. And that'd be great if y'all sub too. I don't like, this is my 3rd YouTube channel, so, and I like Pilled much better. Cody, I want you to stop harassing me. You can stay and watch all you want. I want you to stop acting like I'm saying things that I'm not saying. I want you to stop spreading lies about me. I want you to keep my children's names out of your mouth. I want you to stop talking about my children. Are you going to be able to do that? Girl, I have a different woman every day. Yeah. Yeah. A different cam girl every day. I believe you. Now that I believe. You stupid son of a bitch. Costs a lot of money, don't it? You're not rebutting my arguments. Why are you here, Cody? Why are you here? You don't know any of the meetings. You don't even know what meetings I was at that you got so mad at me about. You don't know anything about my work. Why are you here, Cody? Do you not? Cody High Roller's literally like, I think he might be retarded. He just said, I feel kind of bad now, because what if he's retarded? Because look, he just said, you not see how many women comment on my stuff? I am loved for real. Oh my god. Guys, I don't think that I should be, alright, I have to turn those comments off, honestly, because, I don't think it's right to argue with somebody who might be mentally incapacitated. That's really sad. Oh shit. That's really sad. Girl, I spoke at more meetings than you have. You don't know anything about my work. I am loved. Okay, Cody. Okay, I understand what's happening now. Yeah. Alright, Cody. Thank you for showing up. I'm going to ask you to leave now. You said if I want you to leave, you'll leave. Cody, I want you to leave. Let's test it. See if he's a man of his word. Let's see if he's a man of his word, guys. That's why you have no love here, girl. Okay. Cody, you said if I wanted you to leave that you would leave, and you're harassing me. Over what? You can't tell me. You have no idea why you're mad. But you said you'd leave if I wanted you to leave, so I'm bored of you now. You're dismissed, Cody. I'll set the stream for about 9. I will be opening up with some metal, but it'll be easy metal. Not easy metal, but it'll be comfortable metal. Y'all will understand. You know what? Heider's nicer to me than some of these losers. Cody, fucking loser. Oh, I'm sorry. He's loved. All right. Thank you guys for showing up. This next band, you guys know about, you know this band, actually. I know some of y'all do. I know I'm a metalhead, and sometimes I play music that is, like, maybe a little bit obscure. Maybe, like, you don't know the band, you never heard of that. Maybe it sounds a little bit, evil. Okay. If you read some of the lyrics of some of these songs, you'll understand. It's really not evil. It's just pretty heavy. But this next song, especially if you're in Texas and if you're from Arlington, you know this band. This is a well-known band. Powerful band. I would say it's a powerful band. And I'm going to play you guys one of my favorite songs. And I hope y'all enjoy it. Now, again, in the morning, we're going to go over my latest report. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on this report. So I think everybody over on Pilled, y'all will be able to follow the report, no problem. You'll understand. But if you have any questions, I'll be stopping and reading through the comments, see if there's any questions about the report. If you haven't been keeping up with my work, you still may be able to follow the report. You really may be. if you've been keeping up with any sort of election integrity work, you'll be able to understand it. So thank you guys very much, and I will see y'all in the morning. Okay, cheers.
Pushed into living
Lonely God, you're captured. Do you feel the pain? You tried to help the people, but your help was all in vain. You gave to a step-buyer, but who was watching you? Chained and eyes are bleeding, now what you gonna do?
Evil is amongst us. Stay back, boy. This calls for divine intervention. I kick ass for the Lord.
I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on, evil all drinks on me. Wipe it out. Fresh kick, fresh whites, all deep, fresh NFL head, fresh bowls with the crew. Wipe it out. I pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on, evil all drinks on me. Wipe it out. Fresh kick, fresh whites, all deep, fresh NFL head.